Welcome to your daily reading for June 29th by Soy La Medicina Miracles Within Us. I am your host, Aku, and I feel really blessed to be doing this reading for you today. Enjoy! Hola, hola, bienvenido. Welcome to your daily reading for June 30th, 2026. I'm excited to be here with you, and please excuse the bandages. I got attacked by a kitten yesterday, and he really run a number on my arm and on my hand, and I'm okay, but there are things that happen in life that are unexpected, and that plays until today, right? Even I was trying to record a reading right before this, like I was trying to do this reading and I had to stop it midway because the energies just kept getting funky, and I was like, what is going on here? And I needed to stop for a minute, pray, and get centered in my equilibrium and remind myself of the importance of why I am using my voice. And so this is a message around today. There may be lots of incidences today and starting yesterday and just this full moon in Capricorn, and also this Mercury retrograde that also was yesterday. Just a lot of unexpected things, both in the positive, like what we can see as positive, and others that don't feel so positive. They feel like a delay. They feel like, why did I have to go through that experience, right? And today we're being called to see what is inside the fullness of who we are, right? And what that means is when, let's say, if you are holding on to a lot of sadness and grief, that is really going to show up in these days because little things are going to start pricking you and it's gonna ooze out, right? Like I had open wounds and there was blood. And so it's like, what's inside that skin? What is underneath your skin? And that is also playing a role into, like, energetically. If you get poked, what comes out, right? And it's for you to look at, not to judge, right? So if you see grief coming up, if you see shame, anger, unforgiveness, you might even find yourself having thoughts around childhood, like randomly, and like a storyline and wanting, and then what it's doing because of the Mercury retrograde, it's trying to help you release a part or see something more clearly. So when it's coming up, it's not for you to get frustrated, even though it can be frustrating, right? But it is a clue. It is a healing opportunity if you allow it to be, to say, hey, okay, what are you trying to tell me that I haven't seen? And what do I need to put to rest as well? Am I holding on to this? Because if I am, it is occupying useful space in my energy that I can use towards the things I'm really trying to create, right? Like for the past 4 days, we had that 10 of Pentacles that kept coming up, right? Which was about this happy connection, happy family, right? Type of energy, and remembering your dreams and your goals. Okay. So this is a time for you not to let things get in the way of that, right? See it's still possible, even though there may be unexpected things from the past or even immediate things that you have to kind of handle, right? Okay, so also, and this is all a part of the reading, this is all a part of the message. We got the color red for the candle today, for our meditation spirit candle. And the color red is connected to that. If we go through the chakra system, it is the grounding, it is the root chakra, it's the first chakra, right? And it's about protection, it's also about foundations, it's about the necessities of a being, right? The basic necessities, food, water, rest, connection, right? The basic things that are of you. Are you taking care of those things? Because right now, if you're not eating well, drinking enough water and hydrating yourself and taking care of your health, your mind, your body and your spirit, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be short tempered when these unexpected things happen. You might react in a way that you really don't want to, and you feel like you're out of character with yourself. It's because you're not taking care of your basic needs, and it's, even though it may be difficult at times, it is necessary. It isn't something you can put on the back burner for tomorrow or someday. And let me tell you, someday never happens. Someday never happens. It's not on the calendar. Ooh, my left ear started to ring. As I said, someday doesn't happen. Right? It's not on the calendar. All right, so let's see what we have here for the energies of today. What would you like to share with us with the energies of today? And I'm using the Energy Oracle card deck. And I believe the creator is Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay, so we have a flip. We have the Temple Path, number 12, right? Let's see. This one. We have, oh wow, the first chakra, number 35, with Archangel Michael. And that's another thing. To me, the color red is connected to divine protection, right? At times you will see me wearing this red protection thing, and it is it is a protection shield for my energy, right? So we have the number 12 with the Temple Path, number 35, first chakra, Archangel Michael. Then we have number 6 with contracts. And I feel a few more. Let's see. Let's see the story here. It's very interesting. And I'll show you the cards once all of them are out. Let's see. We have number 4, happy family. And let me tell you, the number 4, happy family, gives me that same vibe of the 10 of Pentacles, right? It gives me that same vibe. And as soon as I say that same vibe, these two cards came out. And we got this card yesterday, number 26, the hostility, one that I don't like. And it was kind of like, as soon as I was talking about, something was trying to come in and cut it. Like, no, you can't have that. But right before that, we got number 11, Corntopia. Okay? So, there is an energy that does not like that you are moving forward, right? There is this energy, and I'm not going to focus completely on that, but I want to make it known, okay? Because it is important. So let's see what we have in the bottom of the deck, and then we'll move from there. And remember, in the bottom of the deck is the unseen, but that's working things out. It is the part of us that we don't see, but we need to focus on the most. Wow. We have the 4th chakra with Archangel Raphael. What number is this? 38. Heart chakra. Heart chakra. Underneath everything, what is needed is this feeling of connecting to your heart. It is in that truth of awareness in your heart that you're able to break out of someone trying to take something that is yours and doesn't, or someone who doesn't like that you have something and wants to sabotage it somehow, right? Underneath everything, we have that Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is the archangel of divine healing, like miracles in healing, right? Archangel Raphael works with all of the beings associated to that miracle experience. Okay, where it's like the impossible becomes possible with Archangel Raphael in your heart center. So underneath it all, it's that, okay? So I'm going to show you the cards. We have the Temple Path, the first chakra, which I'm like super excited about because it connects to the candle with Archangel Michael. And we have contracts, number 6, right? Then we have here happy family, corntopia, and hostility, right? And the thing with this is what I sense here, you're you are aware of what you need to do. It may not be clear around the specific steps, but you know that you are meant to have a life where you feel good, right? And it's not like good all the time, but it's like I'm proud of where I'm doing. I feel that I am in my authenticity. And that's the thing with the temple path. It's like this is a time, even though things are busy and a lot of energies are trying to call your attention, you have to, at this moment in time, kind of get to what is important to you. And there may be a lot of things that you need to revise, right? And that's connected to that Mercury retrograde energy too. It's like there's a revision of certain things. Maybe there's a shift that needs to kind of occur in your daily routine, right? Like maybe it was working before, but now things need to shift. And it might be just for a moment that it is that shift, but that shift needs to happen, and there needs to be an integration time where you are actually having communication with your spirit. Like you cannot put that on the back burner right now, okay? And you're being protected in this journey with these archangels. Like you have Archangel Michael with his sword and his divine wings, right? And today I decided to bring one of my feathers. I have many, and I've just been like using it to send the cleansing in the air, right? Birds only leave their feathers to those in whom they feel will protect the air, the sky, and them. And there's divine messages with different feathers, right? And I collect them and I find them in random places. I just have an infinity for feathers and birds. I even dreamt of a bird last night. I dreamt that a bird um hit my window in my car, like the front shield, and it looked like it kind of like got unconscious for a few seconds, and then it tried to like go back and fly, but it was disoriented. And then I saw these hawks coming, and I was like, no, they're gonna take the bird. And it was like a cute little bird, and it had like a little red little head, like not the full head, but it had like this little red spot on the head, and it had gray and white colors, and it was like multicolored, and it was like a cute little bird. So I remember I stepped out the car and I tried to like shoo the hawk, and then the hawk looked straight at me, like those eyes. It was intense. I was like, oh wow, this hawk is gonna attack me. And it was hovering. It didn't attack me, but it had like a really sharp kind of beak. And I remember it was like a gray brownish. It had like brownish white kind of colors with some black. And it's like, a wild one. And there was a few of them, but this one I saw coming really close, and I just was like, no. And then I think I was with someone, because I was like, let's get something to kind of like just shoo them away with the stick so we don't get hurt. And then I was able to take the little bird and bring it indoors. And then there was another animal, like I don't know if it was like a small puppy or a small kitten. I think it was a kitten, and it, I got hurt by a kitten. But this kitten was very soft, and they started taking care of each other, and they were sleeping next to each other. And when I tried to take them apart, they came right back and were like cuddling with each other. And I was like, oh, this is so cute, right? And so I'm sharing that because there's something around like protecting the innocent, the youthful at this time, right? It's like also like the way that that hawk stared at me, those eyes didn't look like animal eyes. They looked like a person, like someone was looking through that and was kind of upset that I intervened, but couldn't do nothing to me and couldn't do nothing about it. And that's something that I feel is a part of this message. It's like, you're stronger than you think. And don't be afraid of what the external thing is. But there's someone who sees you now. Something that didn't see you before now sees you. And they have this sort of hostility kind of feeling. But the thing is, you're so protected that they can't do anything. But now you're aware of the enemy, right? So this is important because you're working towards something, right? Because we have this contracts here as well, right? And divine justice there. You see, like, this is the divine scales, right? Also, like a lot of Libra energy in this card, right? And she's the woman holding the balancing scale is blindfolded, which, is that symbol of blind justice, right? And so that's what it is. It's like you are the divine justice and you have divine protection from the spirit world. Okay, and it comes from the animals as well, from nature. All of the elements are protecting you now. So as you give respect to the elements, your protection gets stronger. Because, and you're going to need this, because someone is going to see you who it doesn't have the right intentions. And if you are not in your confidence, if you're not in your knowing that you are protected and standing like, I'm divinely protected always, and not just saying it, but you feel it, you sense it, you know it, right? When you step into that, they can see you, but they won't be able to harm you. And what the magical part about this is that now you're able to also know who that enemy is. Because like yesterday's message, this card came up, but right before it, it was the deceit card, which I was not happy about. Okay. And so the deceit is now revealed. That person, the situation, the energy that is trying to bring you down, wherever it's coming from, trust that you know. Don't second guess it because they're putting on the illusion like, yeah, I care, or this is for you. Trust that. Like, if you feel like someone's trying to take advantage of you, if you're feeling some sneakiness, it is your own intuition, your protectors, your ancestors whispering, telling you things, right? And when you know the way that you receive divine connections, it will make it even easier for you. That's why it's important for you to know your temple path. Okay, I don't think I showed you all the cards, did I don't remember. Anyways, with this number 4, happy family, right? This gives me that energy again of that 10 of Pentacles that came for the past 4 readings, right? And it has come in all those readings to remind us of what we're working towards. Not to let this energy, right? This sneaky, this hostility, the mean words, because now they're no longer behind the curtain. Now is out. Now they see you, and now you see them, and they can't hide it. And so they're going to have some tactics as to, you see me like my defense mode is coming in right now, like my hands on my hips, right? And there's something about that, like standing in the posture of, no, you can't penetrate this energy. I know what I am, and I know how much I am protected, and I'm not going to allow you to introduce fear into my heart, right? Ooh, I love this. Okay, sorry for screaming in your ear, but wow, this makes me sort of emotional. And I feel like we need to feel the emotion. I'm a not so much a emotional person in that way, but when it strikes, whoo, it strikes. And right under this card, we have here the angel of love, both talking about the heart, both talking about like this connection. And so, and we have the 49. I'm just giving you numbers because the numbers have significance in other things. I'm not going to talk about it here, but for those of you who pull in the numbers, apply it, because everything is coming to you from different angles. Okay. I love these two together, and it's underneath everything. Underneath the surface of everything is divine unconditional love and protection. And your protection comes through your allowance of not being afraid to be in your heart. There are things that are trying to get you not to be in your heart, right? And there's something also around the posture of your body, like as you open up your chest, as you allow your chin to just kind of expand and let your chest cavity open, as you let your arms open, you're giving the symbol to your energy, to your body. It's safe for me to open up, right? When we do these kind of things, it's telling our nervous system it is okay, everything is safe, I'm protected, I'm like all of those sort of things. And we need that right now, like in all the ways that you can start regulating yourself, do so. It's not just from one place, it is from all the dynamics of the being, your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit, right? And all of that intertwining. And it might seem like a lot, but it really isn't. And it actually feels really good. Take a moment and just open up, right? Because as you do that, your energy also expands, and that energy then strengthens. And as that energy strengthens, you attract more of the light beings who want to support you, and your ancestors also become very strong with you. Okay. Remember that you are the answered prayers of your ancestors. You are here, you are here, you are here because they were here. And yes, some of them may have not been the most nicest and kindest beings. And you get to decide how you get to be, but we also must still respect where we come from, right? Because when we do so and we have a respect for the land, the earth, our ancestors, our parents, no matter if they took care of us or not, when we come into the truth of alignment and see things for what they really are, we really we allow ourselves to have this cornucopia. Number 11. Okay. And what I love about this cornucopia, and it came out right after the happy family, and then hostility tried to come in and slice it. Like this card came out, and then hostility kind of um try to like take it away, right? So I want you to be aware of this. Do not let other people make you upset. They're going to try. Spirit is out there. And right now, the light is winning. The light is overseeing. And the lower entities and energies are putting full force on attacking those who have a mission, who are here to do things. And that is you. That is you. That is me. That is us. Right? And so right now it's not to be afraid and to be hostile, because if we step into this energy, we become that energy. And that's what it's trying to do. It's trickery. It tries to trick you into their energy. They don't care around how they get you out of your light. They just want to get you out and grab you. So they're going to try to grab you in your dreams. They're going to try to grab you with traffic. They're going to try to grab you with unexpected incidences like this, right? And see, are you going to let that spirit of anger, rage, are you going to let that spirit of hostility, are you going to let that spirit of giving up, of helplessness to step in? And let me tell you, helplessness is really, really a sneaky one. Okay, because that then leads to other spirits of depression. It brings in so many lower energies. And then those energies over time start to come closer and closer into our energy field, and then they become a part of our being until we let it go, right? And I know you've seen this, like there are people who you probably like, they have not gotten over something that happened a really long time ago, and yes, it was something that was tragic and very life changing, right? But they're not able to see that they're still here, that there's still something for them to experience, and that their joy brings the joy of that was once lost, right? And everyone has different situations, so I'm not here like do, right? No, there's a time for grief, there's a time for all of these emotions, but there's also a moment where we have to go through the grieving process and let go, right? And the letting go isn't forgetting. The letting go is, I acknowledge that I have this pain and I still see I have something to do. And I'm going to carry with me those that I've loved and lost, right? Because a lot of the times, one of the biggest griefs is the loss of people we love, right? That is a grief that takes a while for us to kind of go through. And no matter the relationship we have with that individual, there's a part of us that knows that we're not going to see them anymore, like physically, right? And so there is this need to acknowledge that, but also see that they live in your heart, right? And this is that moment to kind of to let that go, and also like there's some grief and shame kind of feeling. Okay, I'm gonna pull out another card from another deck to see what have I missed anything. Six of Cups in reverse. As soon as I said, did I miss anything? We got the Six of Cups in reverse. Look at this image. Just look at that for a minute. She is in what seems like the forest, the woods. It may be like fall time because of the colors. It looks like maybe fall. And it's the Six of Cups in reverse. So maybe something in last fall occurred that really made you have to look in the mirror. And she's in the forest, and then there's this mirror portal that she's looking at herself through. And what I'm recognizing here is, first, that's weird, a mirror in the middle of the forest, right? but it's symbolizing a portal. There something at in the fall. Look into that, like last fall, October, what, September, October, November time. Something that made you have to look in the mirror is coming to the surface right now. That might be some of the thoughts and memories coming up, or maybe it's that someone's birthday was is in that time that you've lost, or something like that, right? um and it made you kind of go to pause for a second and look at yourself and see, where am I going right now? What am I doing right now? Right? um and it was in reverse. So there may be something, and it's the Six of Cups. Six of Cups usually is that energy. It could be a little nostalgia, right? It could also be like telling your inner child self, hey, trust in me now. Look at where we are now, right? And there's that conversation that needs to happen now around that time. It's like you kind of have to look in the mirror and talk to the younger version of yourself and say, look at where we are now, and reflect back, because there's like a part of your inner child that is making your decisions right now, and they're not the most aligned decisions for you now. They were helpful for you as a child. It made you even more advanced than the adults around you as a child, because you saw through things they couldn't see, right? But now that you're an adult, you have to look at those past experiences and also the experiences now, and integrate maturity. Talk to the inner version of you and say, look, we've grown. Yes, we've been through pain, but we also been through joy. I'm going to show you what I've accomplished, right? I've accomplished having my own home, or I've accomplished going to school. I've accomplished raising children. I've accomplished, and you fill in the blank. And you can also say things like, something, these are the things I still feel like I need to work on, but I'm going to let go of my child anger, because there's something around that child past self decisions that are making decisions now that is not in alignment with you now. It was then, but it isn't now. And in order for you to see it, you kind of have to have that inner conversation and spread love into yourself. Send the parts of you when you were a child, those moments that you remember, that you're like, I was so scared that day, or I was so scared of this person. And I want you to visualize yourself now going to you at that moment in time and holding yourself and talking to yourself like, hey, I'm here, and we make it out of this. And I know you are afraid, and it's okay to be afraid. It's okay. And I want you to know you're not alone. I'm here. Talk to that part of you, because even though we live here now and it seems like linear, that isn't the true experience of our spirit. So there's moments that you can go back to with your divine protection, and talk to you in that moment, right? And maybe there's a person that you wanted to say something different to. Go to that moment and talk to their spirit. I'm gonna share this with you, and then I'll end here. Not too long ago, I had a dream. Again, I get a lot of my lessons through dreams. um, I had a dream with a past friend of mine from childhood who has passed now for a few years, and I miss so much. And I remember there was a moment, so she had breast cancer and she got it pretty young. And I remember I went with her the day in real life, this world, this life. I went with her to get her hair shaved because it was coming out and it was uncomfortable for her. So I remember going with her that day, and that day I had like a lot of things happening. So I could only had been with her for a short period of time. And now that I reflect on it and I've grown, because I was also young and I wasn't so much, I was learning about this stuff, but I didn't know as much as I know now. I wish I would have been there more and done more around the hair, because now I understand how important and sacred our hair is. And in the dream, we relived that experience, and she came to me in the dream, and in my dream world, and we relived that experience but differently, and she was talking to me around the sacredness of the hair, and we did this whole ritual thing and prayer in the dream. And it was like when I woke up, I felt this sense of relief. I felt like things got corrected, because it was supposed to, and I say that in air quotes, to be in a divine way. And so I share this because a lot of times we think if we go back and we do inner journeying, right? And we have these conversations with our inner self, and we have these moments, like I was just saying, talk to that inner, that it doesn't really have an impact. And I'm telling you it does, because since that moment, I feel different. And I know energetically she does. And now our connection uh, is even stronger, and it has gotten stronger since. And it continues to grow. Like I sense her, feel her at times. Like even the day of her son's birthday, which was recently, her oldest son, I didn't remember his date of birth, right? I didn't like remember it, right? But I felt her that day. And then I just so happened to go on my Facebook, which I rarely do, and I saw a memory, those memory things that they share. And it was like a few years ago of us celebrating her son's birthday. And I felt that she was sharing with me, like, happy birthday, like I'm saying happy birthday to my son, and so I did a prayer for her son and send him love as well and a happy birthday in the spirit, right? So do you see like these beautiful things that if you allow yourself to let go of this is how it was and that's it, know that there are things that happen to you. Yes, they happen, but you can go back and tell yourself that you're not alone. You can go back and give yourself strength, and you will feel it now, because it has a ripple effect. And so that's what I feel with this message is, don't be afraid to go inward and have those deep conversations with yourself, right? Look in the mirror, right? She's wearing a white dress, which to me, it's like a symbol of purity. And also her hair is out and long. And I just realized that now, and I was talking about the dream with the hair, right? And so I also feel this huge smile in me of like, I feel like my friend is saying, look at my hair now. Isn't it long and beautiful? Right? And so I want you to start seeing these things. It makes me a little emotional, but in a beautiful way, because we have the power to do things that we've been told we cannot. And that's what this reading and the message of me right now walking beside you on your journey, because I don't walk in front of you, I don't walk behind you, I walk beside you, my friend. We're together in this. And so this is a moment for you to see, hey, Yeah, things may have sucked and certain things I'm sad about, but I know I can shift it in a way where I'm still in my energy, in a way that I am feeling good. I don't feel diminished. Nothing was taken away from me. Nothing is taken away from me. All that is mine is mine. And I could go back in time. And in that back in time, I could talk to myself and let myself know the truth, which is I'm not alone. I'm always protected. And that, yes, this was an experience, maybe one I did not like. And in such, I could still be strong. This hostility, this negative forces in the world, they can't bring us down. No matter what they try to do, even if they try to bring down our bodies, right? I laugh because I'm showing you all my bandages. And like you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I have some exposed scratches there. Don't forget your dream, the vision of what you're working for, what you're working towards. Don't forget what you have always known was for you. You are your temple. Everything lives inside of you and outside of you simultaneously. It is now the opportunity. What are you going to do with this opportunity? Right? Do not give yourself excuses. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have time for that. I don't want to hear it. And I'm dead serious with you. You see my face? No more excuses. Right? Excuses, they're not working. Yes, there's things you may have to readjust and reorganize, but do that. But don't stop your dreams. Don't ever stop going for what you know is yours. No matter if no one watches, right? Like maybe nobody watches this video. That's okay. They may watch it 10 years from now. That's okay. I don't care about that. I trust that there's a reason why I've been given this mission in this time. There's a reason why I had to go through spiritual attack after spiritual attack after spiritual attack. There's a reason why I had to fall down and fall down and fall down in front of people who then were like, haha, told you so. And now this is the time to rise, right? And I'm not going to be like, haha, you told you so. No, I don't care about that. I'm just going to rise. And I'm going to bring as many people as I can with me, right? And that is the energy that doesn't like around me because they know that I will. Thank you for being a part of my dream. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here right now. Thank you. I really do. Te doy las gracias, right? And may this really speak to your heart because it really has spoken to mine, right? And I could have made an excuse, oh, how I'm gonna show up with all these bandages. I'm super tired because my day yesterday was super delayed because of this experience, and I went to bed super late, right? I could use all those excuses, but I keep remembering, no, but I want this. This I want. And I'm not going to let other things derail me from this because I know that I'm here to share my voice. Whatever it is that you know that you need to share, whatever it is, the way you need to do it, maybe it's through dance, maybe it's through art, maybe it's through making a family, right? Like everyone's is different, right? And if you want to connect more with me, I would love to connect with you. And we can also figure out your way. What is for you? Right now, I'm offering 30-minute complimentary calls They're called awareness calls. And the way you can book so is on my website, soylamedicina.com. Miracles Within Us was my old website, and it'll just direct you to Soy La Medicina. So if you put either one, it will direct you there. But soylamedicina.com, I'll have the information here, and there'll be a button that says awareness call, and it will take you directly to my calendar where you can book your 30-minute session. And in that session, we could talk about whatever it is that you need. And if you want to work further with me, we can also try to figure that out as well. And at this time, I am offering slide and scale. And I feel really good about that. And slide and scale is based on what you can offer, right? Um, and I know and I trust that you will be honest with me and I'll be honest with you in that transition. And because I'm really here to do the work, and I know that a lot of us need support, but we don't have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to be paying a coach and to getting readings and spiritual healing sessions and stuff, but we need it. And I'm here for the people. I'm here for us, right? That's why my mission now has shifted into, like, Miracles Within Us has shifted into Soy La Medicina, which is I am the medicine, right? And I'm not your medicine, I'm my medicine. And what my journey here is to help you find who you are and your medicine, and to walk beside you and witness you as you do so. And to me, that really brings joy to my heart. And I'm getting emotional, and I'm trying not to get emotional, but this seems to be an emotional day for me. So thank you for being here with me. I would love to connect with you, and let's see where this goes. So have a beautiful Tuesday, and we'll talk soon. De mi corazón hasta la tuya, from my heart to yours. Ciao. Thank you for watching your daily reading here at Soy La Medicina by Miracles Within Us. And remember to book your free complimentary call, your awareness call at my website, soylamedicina.com. I am so looking forward to connecting with you and to making all of our dreams a real reality. Thank you for listening to this beautiful message of the day. There were many moments of me having emotions. That is okay. Sending you much love. De mi corazón hasta la tuya. Ciao.